But then why would somebody wish T Smallz to die? Why would somebody wish T Smallz career, to be limited? But T Smallz career should be an unlimited career, brother, because of what he has done. The Sunu Musico that was coming on Paradise Radio. So many of these young artists passed through there before they could fill up the stadiums, and the Q cities. They passed through that platform. T Smallz took the platform to on stage, and he called it Sunu Musico on stage. A lot of artists were allowed to showcase their talent on that platform. Through that platform, so many artists came to be greater artists when they were uprisings. Who made that happen? T Smallz Susso. So we cannot forget so soon, my brother.
But then why are Gambians having grudge against each other, especially when it comes to music business?
For whatever reason, I don't know. His event, some few artists came to honor his invitation. Whatever reason, I don't know. But then those artists that went there to honor his invitation, they did the right thing. Because there should be cordial vibe and positive coexistence in this industry. And I must commend Hussein Dada for being very disciplined and humble. I think he's the most humble and the most disciplined artist in this country.
Wow.
I'm telling you this. I don't sugarcoat. I talk based on reality.
But are you trying to promote him or?
No. I have seen the humbleness in Hussein Dada. And anybody that is watching this interview would definitely attest to the fact that Hussein Dada is a very humble person, very peaceful, very cordial, somebody who is willing to coexist his fellow artists in peace and harmony. There is no particular venue in this country that belongs to any particular artist or a cohort of artists. This was exactly what I posted on Facebook. The stadium belongs to every artist that wants to stage a concert there. Q City belongs to any artist or every artist in this industry that wants to stage a concert there. So we should not choose venues, and start saying, okay, a particular venue belongs to a particular artist. Every artist in this country is a great artist.
How should artists involve into politics?
Look, VM, I definitely like this point. Artists and politics. Like I would always say, politics is everybody's business. Because it is true politics. We entrust the leadership. It is true politics. We go to vote to change the leadership. It is true politics that we know our responsibility as citizens. So you cannot tell me that artists should desist from politics. The reason why I like this point is because of the fact that when Nyancho released Kufin Kukoi, it has resulted to so many brouhahas, so many social media stunts regarding Nyancho's, capacity as an artist who is so much affiliated to a particular political party. That is not the reality case. The reality case is Nyancho and all the other Gambian artists are civil servants. They are public servants. They have a responsibility in this country, and they have all rights to change certain narratives. Obviously, if you are seeing anomalies in a particular country, and you feel that those anomalies are not right, and there is, chance for people to change it, you should speak in capital merits to change it.
Mendati alsa continue aliye mendati kendo lemu niye kendo dati ebe kendo le tarala inyatu
ba ku ya da yabo akwai na manangula ko nyino balondila garezi so ko nyino balondila VM International TV galing ngalit kontonne.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition live on VM International TV. I am Musa Trawale and of course this is a show called VM Show. VM Show is one of the most interesting show live that comes live on VM International TV. And of course today I'm not going to hesitate. I'm having someone very special and very unique, and of course he is well known as the baddest manager in the Gambia. I'm currently working with Nyancho. Today we're going to talk about so many issues when it comes to Gambian music. On that note, I'm not going to waste enough time, but to welcome him on VM Show. Sir, you're welcome to the show.
That's right, VM. Thank you very much. I am glad to be here again.
Okay.
You and I have a very mutual vibe, So I am not a new person as far as VM International TV is concerned.
Definitely.
I would like to thank all the viewers right now and to all the music enthusiasts that are watching us right now.
Very well. Tell us your name exactly.
Yeah, Jobz right here, the baddest manager for Nyancho, aka Apachaki, music business consultant, a very loyal person.
Definitely.
To VM.
To everybody, not only me.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, and I hope you really enjoying this show. We will advise you, if you're watching this, please share it. And also to remind our listeners, if you're watching this on Facebook, do understand that normally we bring only 15 minutes of the show. But if you are willing to watch the full interview, just go to VM International TV on YouTube. And again, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. Well, Jobz, today the reason why we're here, it's because of music. And you have been, a manager. Can you share some of your story with us when it comes to music and, of course, music and the industry?
Well, that's beautiful, VM. I remember we had this first interview sometime in March. And that was in the Mandinka dialect. I spoke a lot regarding music and music business, the difference between music and music business, the different types of promotion. I remember we talked about gratis-based promotion and contract-based promotion. In fact, that interview, I was just telling a friend, I said, that interview that I had with you serve as an eye-opener for so many promoters in the country.
In the Gambia.
Now we are seeing promoters signing contracts with artists ahead of their events. Now we are seeing responsibility in promotion. Now we have a lot of visionary promoters in the industry. When we had that interview, a lot of promoters understand better that you don't just have to discuss with a particular artist based on mutual vibe. But the only thing that you can do is to make sure everything is on black and white. We have seen that currently.
So black and white meaning that means the artists and the promoters, they need to sign with the artists or whatever business that they are doing. But what do you mean, like before? Are you telling me that the promoters were not signing, contract with the artists? What are you trying to say?
Well, before and now are completely different. Now the promoters understand better that music business should not be based on gratis and voluntarism, because at the end of the day, you as a promoter, you have a career, and on your career you also want to bring in something. You are a responsible person, you have family, and you must feed your family. So obviously you cannot be doing things for people for gratis or for free. They understand that better. That is why now they are signing contracts with artists.
Definitely.
But I know some couple of years ago, it used to be on mutual vibe. That is to say, okay, this particular artist is my friend. We are from the same town, so I have to promote this event.
Definitely.
And it will not be based on any contract until after the event, whatever that artist have, and then would give me. It used to be like that. But now we are seeing utmost professionalism now in the industry, which is definitely the way forward. Because at the end of the day, music business should not be centered on mutual vibe. It's something that is serious. There is no magic formula in it. Only realities prevail.
Definitely.
So the reality case here is, if you have a contract as an artist, you have your project, you have your album, you must engage the right promoters to promote it for you.
Definitely.
I saw one of our brothers post some time ago regarding T Smallz contract with some artists in the industry, and he said, okay, T Smallz has contracted some particular promoters and said those promoters will only promote his event. He is right. Because once a particular job is based on a contract paper, you are definitely telling that promoter that you should only work with me, because we have a contract paper that says, you know, this is what you are going to do exactly
within a period of this time.
Exactly, exactly. So because I contracted you to work for me as an artist, obviously you should have a higher regards for my job.
Definitely.
Now, ahead of my event, whatever that is expected of you as a promoter, you know, should be proper deliveries.
Definitely.
So obviously in that service delivery, there should be loyalty, there should be seriousness, and that is why all these things are normally punctuated in capital merits on that contract paper for promoters to see, and of course the particular artist that is engaging them on a particular job term.
Okay.
Yes.
That's very beautiful, and I hope the audience are able to learn a lot from Jobz in that particular area. Music is not about an individual alone, but it is a collective work. So that collective work need to be serious, need to be seen. Like he said, you know, it needs to be put on black and white paper. Okay, I also want to know, what is the importance of music network in the Gambia?
Well, we always say one thing. As an individual, your network is your net worth. The music industry of the Gambia, in particular, you know, is a very critical
issue
market. Now we have seen a lot of talents in this country. We've also seen the music enthusiasts, the energy they have, the synergy, the commitment to support what is Gambian. So obviously, as an artist, it is of great advantage for you to network with your fellow artists.
And how do we network? How do you think artists will network their music to from one corner to another? Because if you look at the Gambia, it is divided into different stages. So how do you think that this music will go beyond, you know, the country and of course international?
Well, to start it within the Gambia here, it's always important for our artists to coexist one another. In that coexistence, you live and let others live. In that coexistence, you invite your fellow artists in whatever collaboration. Of recent, we've seen Nyancho's collabo with Bright Stars. We've seen
that was amazing. I love the song.
Exactly. And then before then, we've seen Bright Stars collabo with Barahama. And then we are also seeing the mutual vibe that exists between Bright Stars and Barahama. Likewise, other artists. So you need your fellow artists in the market. You need your fellow artists in the advancement process. You need your fellow artists for you to be able to grow. Like I would always say, only snakes prefer solitary life, but man by nature prefers a gregarious life, which means you must interact with people. You must network with your fellow artists. This market is a very small market. The music enthusiasts are the same. The populace is the same. There are no distinctions. So obviously, if you want people to appreciate you, if you want to grab the different people, you must be able to network. For example, I would say the Bright Stars understand better Nyancho's crowd. Not only Nyancho's comic nature as an artist that is also a comedian.
But also if you look at it, like when I was watching that video, I could see something unique between both sides. You understand? Because Bright Star, they are very entertaining. And looking at Nyancho also, he's also well entertaining. So their collaboration was like, wow, it was fantastic to me.
Exactly.
So I don't know.
It's always important for one to collaborate. I will tell you this. Attacks collabo with Chronic Bob has also, you know, enabled Attacks to get, you know, few fans in Brikama, if not majority, because Chronic is from Brikama. So that's the reality in music business. Sometimes you need, in fact, all the times you need to think like a marketing manager. You need to be very conscious in terms of marketing. How can you get a particular crowd in Brikama or Sukuta? For example, if any artist should have a collabo with Hussein Dada, who is from Sukuta, obviously you will get this Sukutarian crowd. So that's the common sense in music business. That is why I said It is not a business where science would tell you about hypothesis and osmosis. It is a reality case business, and you have to be in the business to survive it. You have to be in the business to see all these reality cases in the business.
And again, I want to bring down this question. Like in most cases, like when artists actually organize events, you realize that these are the same artists attending, the same shows every time. So how do you see that?
I posted about date class also, I think some couple of weeks ago. One thing that is for certain, in the Gambia's music industry is the music enthusiasts in this industry are the same. The crowd is the same. There are no distinctions, there are no differences. So we target same crowd to come and support. So it wouldn't be good if, for example, big fast event should be preoccupied by a tax event, for example. It wouldn't be good. But at the end of the day, we also have to consider the income statuses of these music enthusiasts that so often come out to support Gambian artists. So obviously we have to consider the dynamics of music business, as far as events are concerned. And I went further to say, for far too long, we've been talking about date classes, events preoccupying events in this country, but then we couldn't come up with any solution to remedy these problems. Now, how do we solve the problem? I said that the GAMP, which is the Gambia Association of Music Promoters and Producers, and the Musicam, the GAMP Music Union, where the artists belong and where the promoters belong, should form a federation. A federation that will be so much coordinated, so that they can be so much informed about these events that are happening. For example, if a particular artist have an event, you should go to GAMP and register your event and GAMP Music, so that if you register your event and another artist, go there to register his event, they will tell you, okay, you want to take on the 20th, for example, but then on the 20th of November is already taken by Big Far. By that, we would not be having events preoccupying events, because by then a particular artist would have known, okay, I want to take on the 20th, but then Big Far has taken 20th.
But Jobz, if you also look at it at this stage of Gambia, I don't think like that actions will be proper, because if you try to look at it another way around, there are people that are surviving with it, and there are some artists, they must organize program every day or every 2 months or every 4 months, for them to survive. So in the Gambia, if you look at it also, we have bunch of artists that are coming up, that are already there. So how do you think, that things will be, in order?
Well, it's a balanced equation sort of here. One thing for sure, we cannot lose sight of the fact that this is a small industry, and you cannot be doing events, over events. Basically, if I would advise artists, in fact, I would advise them to.
I would love to ask. I would love to ask, what kind of events are you talking about? Because we have different kind of events. So if we talk about big events, for example, it is only occupied at let's say Brikama Boxuba, and then we have Q City, and of course we have the stadium. These are the three places that normally big events will be occupied. And before it was Joko, and of course
but still now people are staging their events in Joko. It's not about the event centers, it's about the organization. How can we be better organized in making sure that events don't preoccupy events? How can we be better organized in making sure that we don't have problems, ourselves, because of the size of the industry? We don't want to see events classing events. That is not an advantage. We also understand the fact that this is an industry where artists entirely depend on gate takings to survive. It's going to be a problem for you to tell a particular artist to do away with so many programs, because that is where you get money. It is not a country where royalties are being paid. It is not the country where so many endorsement deals have been given to artists. So we know all these sector players in the industry have been struggling to make ends meet. It's going to be difficult for you to tell them, to stop organizing so many events. But again, one need to be very organized. That is why I did mention the level of organization is important. I will still give you an example. The Bright Stars have their annual Rangha Bisab event, and this comes annually. Apart from the Rangha Bisab, you have not seen bright stars involved in any other event apart from Rangha Bisab, which comes annually. So if you want to have growth as a sector player, as a musician, you make sure that you have an annual event that comes annually to attract the music enthusiasts or to entertain the music enthusiasts. By then, you would have gathered a lot of money. Any event that is annual would definitely have consistency, we definitely have growth, and then you can have a lot of gate takings, a lot of incomes, because you don't so often organize events. Organizing events so often is not good for any artist's career. I think we should not lower gaze at that.
Because at the end of the day,
we should not be seeing you so often, on stages. I will tell you this. I will not disclose the name of the artist, but then this artist used to be a constant organizer of events in Joko Brikama. Every 1 month or two. And I advise him that is not, a good approach. You should not be seen so often. You should have an annual event that will be coming to the music enthusiast annually, then be organizing events on weekly basis or monthly basis. It's not helpful at all.
Definitely. Beautiful audience out there, I hope you are actually learning, especially the artists and the promoters. We all believe that we can do it, but let us give chance to one another. I think is the most important aspect in it.
Exactly.
Coming to that again, I would definitely love to know, somebody is just texting and saying, hi Jobz, this show is one of the best so far, and I'm really learning much from you. Name is Aliu Toure. This other one is saying, hi VM, I love the show, and I think what Jobz is trying to put across is the reality. So artists should try and take note on that. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, because I cannot read all these text messages because there are people watching it here, and they are also trying to share their contribution with us. But then I want to ask about you. Now we are in the politics stages. At this stage we are in politics time.
Nice.
Can you tell us exactly how should artists involve into politics?
Look, VM, I definitely like this point. Artists and politics. Like I would always say, politics is everybody's business, because it is true politics. We entrust the leadership. It is true politics. We go to vote to change the leadership. It is true politics that we know our responsibility as citizens. So you cannot tell me that artists should desist from politics. The reason why I like this point is because of the fact that when Nyancho released Kufin Kukoi, it has resulted to so many brouhahas, so many social media stunts regarding Nyancho's, capacity as an artist who is so much affiliated to a particular political party. That is not the reality case. The reality case is Nyancho and all the other Gambian artists are civil servants. They are public servants. They have a responsibility in this country, and they have all rights to change certain narratives. Obviously, if you are seeing anomalies in a particular country, and you feel that those anomalies are not right, and there is chance for people to change it, you should speak in capital merits to change it.
Sometimes some artists will go beyond, and as a result, people will even understood or understand that yes, this artist belongs to this political party. So now, coming to that, how do you think that the audience should understand that artists should take part?
You out here, VM. As an artist, you are also a music businessman. I wouldn't do just to my work as a general manager at Nyancho Apataki Entertainment if I turn down the request of UDP or any political party on pay terms. If you want my artist to perform for you, if you want to contract my artists on pay terms, because that is what we are looking for sustainability. I cannot reject that offer simply because of another person's vibe or ideology over politics and individualism. Let me tell you something. Partisan-based issues and music business-based issues are totally different. we are music businessmen. Obviously, one of our primary objectives is to make sure that money comes in. In a particular entertainment. So obviously, you cannot tell me to reject a political offer that will bring me money because of another person's ideology or because of the perception of the masses regarding politics and music. These are two different things. So and let me tell you something.
I just want to confirm.
Let me come here. I don't want us to frustrate our artists. I don't want us to put them in a funny situation. I want the Gambian populace to understand that our artists are important stakeholders in this business, and they have all rights to take political contracts. Because one thing that you have to understand is the surrogates in UDP, the surrogates in GDC are also human beings. They are music enthusiasts. When we have UDP surrogates who are die-hard fans of Nyancho or any other artist, and they want to see Nyancho's entertainment, if we are not available for those people, then we don't understand music business. So, but if you are a manager that understands the dynamics of music business, you always turn deaf ears to certain ideologies of people.
But you know, in the Gambia, not everybody understood that. Like what you're trying to
you make them understand. You make them understand. Like I said, there are so many people that did not understand gratis-based promotion and contract-based promotion. When I had that Mandinka dialect interview with you, I said it plain. The role of promoters, the need for them to establish contracts with artists. A lot of people learn from that. They understand better that music business is not, for joke. It's not meant for gratis issues. Music business is a more serious business. So a lot of people understand that. And because they have learned, they also try to implement. To say, okay, what Jobz said is the reality. We have to change the narrative. Gone are days when we will just have to do things for free. Because we also want to bring in something for sustainability. So this is the reality case. It is our responsibility to inform people about the difference between politics and music business.
But don't you also think that, like, if an artist over involved into politics, that might also tarnish his career or he himself?
Well, I definitely don't. I disagree. My philosophy here is people should not ridicule the efforts of certain artists. People should not put artists in funny situations. Brother, sometime last year in October, I was the very one who took an entourage of artists to President Barrow when I formed the Gambian Artists for Peace Foundation. We went there to discuss with the presidency regarding how best they can help the Gambia's music industry. How can we change, the narrative? How do we make sure that the enforceable copyright law, would come into being to help the artists? How do we ensure that arts and culture, is promoted? How do we ensure that our artists have a more sustainable way of making money than the usual? We went there and then we put forward the loopholes, the shortcomings.
And what was the outcome?
His response was they would also form a committee that would, take the sector players to other countries to conduct a study tour to know better what the Nigerians had done, for example, or what the Europeans had done, in the promotion of arts and culture. Because it is only the enforceable copyright law that will enable the Gambian music industry to grow. Because when the copyright law is being enforced the way we expected it, then the artists will not entirely depend on gate takings to survive. Then the royalties would have been paid. The different royalties, the mechanical copyright and the performance-based copyright. All these things people will understand and they will bring in something for the artists. Then we will not also depend entirely on gate takings. Because I keep saying that gate takings is not a sustainable income for any other artist. So for any artist, the only sustainable income is the royalties, the endorsement deals, and other major investments. Some years ago, I have seen it on news that Michael Jackson had been paid more than $2 million. Where is Michael? He is dead. But then, because of royalties, because of enforceable copyright law, his family are benefiting, from his crafts. So it's important for people to understand this, and this is what we put to the presidency. But one thing that's for sure, no government has ever taken the Gambia's arts sector seriously. And that's a challenge. But again, you know, coming back to the issue of politics and music business, people may go ahead tarnishing the image of other artists that have the opportunity to perform, you know, on political platforms. But for me, there is nothing absolutely wrong with that, because they also have their fans in that particular political party. You know, and those people also, despite they are political surrogates, but then they are also music enthusiasts. So they have all rights to enjoy the songs of Nyanjo, Barahama, Jalimadi, you know, Broki, and you know, all the other artists. So do not castigate them. Do not spew tantrums on them because you've seen them performing at political platforms or at political rallies. So
finally, I would love to ask this question about T Smallz. I saw his recent post on his Facebook timeline that some Gambian artists were willing to see, you know, the failure of his event. How will you analyze that?
Well, this is a very important point, and I like the fact that you've been following the industry keenly. That's what I like, and this is what I always tell young presenters. Before you invite your guests from the art sector, try to know them.
Exactly.
With that, you will know the right questions, and they will give you the right answers. T Smallz is a great Samaritan in this industry. He has done a lot by so many artists and for so many artists. We are people that don't do what I always say, Soul Jeff. We give credit where it is due. I am a living witness to that. T Smallz is a guru in this industry.
Really?
He's a major personality. I know what I'm telling you. He is one of those artists who first staged their events at the Independence Stadium. G also did the same thing. In fact, when I saw some few people's comments on Facebook regarding promoters engaging, you know, promoters taking certain artists to certain venues, they should tell them that, you know, not all venues are meant for certain artists. There is no particular venue in this country that belongs to any particular artist or a cohort of artists. This was exactly what I posted on Facebook. The stadium belongs to every artist that wants to stage a concert there. Q City belongs to any artist or every artist in this industry that wants to stage a concert there. So we should not choose venues, you know, and start saying, okay, a particular venue belongs to a particular artist. Every artist in this country is a great artist.
Of course.
So that's the reality. I said, people should not spew shades on T Smallz. Let me come, VM, please. I said, people should not spew tantrums on T Smallz. He has done a lot for this industry. T Smallz was the presenter of Sunyu Mizigo at Paradise.
Before?
This was a program coming on Paradise Radio. The Sunyu Mizigo airtime on Paradise FM has served as a major platform for so many artists to be recognized in this country. DM, I have been in this industry for more than 16 years. I know what I'm telling you.
So meaning you know a lot.
I am a living witness. Boy, anybody that is watching this interview will tell you Jobz is a major person in this industry.
But then why are Gambians having grudge against each other, especially when it comes to music business?
For whatever reason, I don't know. But then why would somebody wish T Smallz to die? Why would somebody wish T Smallz career, you know, to be limited? But T Smallz career should be an unlimited career, brother, because of what he has done. The Sunyu Mizigo that was coming on Paradise Radio. So many of these young artists passed through there before they could fill up the stadiums, you know, and the Q cities. They passed through that platform. T Smallz took the platform to on stage, and he called it Sunyu Mizigo on stage. A lot of artists were allowed to showcase their talent on that platform. Through that platform, so many artists came to be greater artists when they were uprisings. Who made that happen? T Smallz Suso. So we cannot forget so soon, my brother.
But then I still want to find out. At the end of the day, he wrote that at least there was a fuel sorted out, but with all that, people came out to show love, to show that yes, he's available. But he was not really comfortable.
Well, you've seen his post on Facebook. I don't want this to be, you know, a center of discussion, sort of, in this interview. Despite, you know, the scarcity, you know, fuel, whatever difficult condition, The music enthusiasts went to fill up the estate for T Smallz. That is absolute commitment, utmost loyalty, which is different with royalty. That shows how Gambians have taken ownership over the years as far as Gambian artists are concerned and their platforms. We must commend the music enthusiasts that went to fill up the estate. And of course, those promoters, the likes of Stiggy B, Master Four, Master Four Jawara, one of our young promoters working at Paradise FM. He did a lot by T Smallz. Crystal Njai, who has been his #1 confidant on this lane. They all did great in making sure that they've organized a proper welcoming entourage of T Smallz. We've all seen what happened at the airport. That is love. That is incomparable delight. That's something that Gambians should be proud of. His event, some few artists came to honor his invitation. Whatever reason, I don't know. But then those artists that went there to honor his invitation, they did the right thing. Because there should be cordial vibe and positive coexistence in this industry. And I must commend Hussein Dada for being very disciplined and humble. I think he's the most humble and the most disciplined artist in this country.
Wow.
I'm telling you this. I don't sugarcoat. I talk based on reality.
But are you trying to promote him or?
No, I have seen the humbleness in Hussein Dada. And anybody that is watching this interview would definitely attest to the fact that Hussein Dada is a very humble person, very peaceful, very cordial, somebody who is willing to coexist his fellow artists in peace and harmony.
Wow.
Nyancho Apatake as well, very humble. Very supportive. He is somebody who wants to work with everybody. He's open to everybody. So we want to see so many of these artists in this country.
You only mentioned Usainu and of course, but there are many artists that are also humble, like Usain Dada.
If there is any third party to these two, Usain Dada and Nyanto, it will be Barahama.
Wow.
My very good younger brother, Barahama Cham.
He's also extremely
very, very humble, very disciplined. I mean, all these people are my younger brother's brother. I know exactly what I'm telling you. That's the reality here. But then the way forward for this industry is for us to be one. Is for the artists, the Gambian artists in entirety, to understand the fact that no single artist is the overall star in this country. Everybody have a responsibility. Everybody, have equal rights to showcase whatever that you want to showcase. So we cannot have good intention for 1 or 2, 3 artists and then term the others to be garbage. It will never happen here. Trouble Small has changed the narrative, and he has shown the entire country, those in the Gambia, and in fact, outside the Gambia, that he is the greatest king, in fact, in this industry, and I like that.
And finally, my audience, I hope you are actually enjoying the show. To remind you, you're watching this live on VM International TV, and of course, I'm the anchor of the show called VM Show. Nevertheless, we all know that Jobz is always willing to speak up anything that is happening within the music industry, and we all know that the Gambian music industry should be far more than this. But if Gambians should come together, especially the artists, and then understand each other, that will be a better role for everybody.
And one thing that I would emphasize is the importance of live percussion. I definitely wanted to mention that when I was talking about T Smallz, his events and everything. His event was on live percussion. And I believe live percussion is the future, is the reality, is the entertainment-based format. The Gambian artists should try to leverage on live percussion. Is very important. T Smallz had it, so it was live band, and we want other artists to emulate. We cannot be having series of playback performances and expect the industry to grow. I feel live percussion is real talent. There is professionalism in it. There is greater opportunity in it. And I believe that should be the center of discussion in this industry now. Artists going on live percussion. We have a lot of artists in this country, but then you'll be so much surprised that only few can perform on live band or can do live percussions. that is not the way forward.
So what is the
you
process
cannot
of
be
that?
a complete artist if you cannot do live percussion. The courses, they don't want to practice. They don't want to go on live percussion. They prefer the artists that will be leveraging on the digital realities, studio auto-tune, whatever devices. That's not the way forward. You should be so much natural as an artist. So I respect T Smallz, and so many other artists that would do well on live band. I like the fact that the Bright Stars, did the same thing on the Arang Habisab, 3.0, and the collabo that they had with Nyancho. It was performed on stage, and we saw what they did on stage. So live percussion is the reality, and then that's the way forward for Gambia's music industry. So we would advise artists to also have higher regards for live percussion. It's very, very important.
My beautiful audience, I hope it's Jobz, the baddest manager, has already said everything. Just to remind you again, of course, we all know that they will be having a big event next year. Of course, he's going to put a light on it, and I will be so glad if we can put short line on it so that people can be aware. I think it's all about Police album. I don't know who is going to be the Police on that very day, whether it's going to be President Adama Barrow.
Well, the Police is for all these men and women in utmost service for this country.
Okay.
Those in the military, the police, the GRA, the immigration, even the private the private security.
Okay.
They are all involved. You know why? Because the servicemen and women of this country are the most marginalized, the most downtrodden. People have limited regards for them. They don't term them as important. They go home, salaries and whatever. And I think all that change. Nyancho wants to amplify his voice and then serve as a major icon for these people. These people that have been marginalized. That is why we named the album Police Soul, for the loyal security men and women of the Gambia, due cognizant of the fact that we understand their struggle, we understand how people don't take them serious, we understand how people marginalize them.
How so are you people don't take them serious? To me, I respect securities than any other.
Let me tell you something, VM. I mean, we all live in this country. Very few people have utmost respect for our security men and women in this country.
What do you mean?
Yeah, look, that's the reality. That's the reality. And these people are the most important citizens in this country. VM, we cannot be here talking about music and music business if we don't have utmost peace in this country.
Definitely.
The security of the Gambia is the reason why we are having this mutual vibe. If there is no peace here, we will not be sitting here.
No.
We would not have been here.
No way.
So because we have the military, we have the police outside there, and these people have been of service to all of us tirelessly. That is why we are going around and about town, enjoying, our weekend. So we should give them utmost respect.
Definitely.
But again, we want to pronounce this in capital merits, and we want to pronounce this for the presidency to hear that these are the people that we should respect. These are the people that we should motivate.
Securities.
These are the people that we should encourage. The securities, These are the people that we should allocate higher remuneration package so that they can have a better life.
The security.
Yes, the security.
I'm helping you.
No, that's the reality. That is why I'm also pronouncing in capital merits for the presidency to know. That these are the people that we should respect, and they should do by all means that they visit our military barracks and know how the soldiers are surviving, and know whether their ordinance aspects are all in order. That is why I like the fact that Nyancho said in Kufin Kukoi that the improper ordinance, the provisions of military are not in order, and there are so many other problems that we have in this country. Nyancho came all out to pronounce it in capital merits. I love that reality, and I love the fact that he has taken utmost responsibility to inform the masses about the anomalies in this country. And unregrettably.
So when I want to know before because the time is not time is against us already. But I want to know exactly when is this event?
The Police Soul is scheduled for 19th of March 2022 in Salaurabi. Next year 19th of March, and it's going to be staged at Independence Stadium. Nyancho's debut album Police Soul. This is going to be a historic moment in Salau Rabi. You would see a setup that you've never seen anywhere.
We will solely come on that. Maybe when the event is coming closer.
So let them anticipate the police role, but then we cannot go, out of here without saying thank you to CK Restaurant. Under the dynamic leadership of Sam Nyas, who is a very good brother. He's the manager of CK Restaurant now. We had to come in here at least to promote and to empower a brother.
Yemen dati alsa continue aliye men dati kendo lemu niye kendo dati ebe kendo le tarala inyatu
Elba kuyata yabo apo ina manangula kono nyino balondila garezi so kono nyino balondila VM International TV Galing ngalit kontonne Seo tala kuala